Hey guys, it's Britt, and let me center myself. There we go. So another video today. I'm just on a filming spree, but I wanted to film this video because Philippe requested and said he was really looking forward to it. So I'm changing my major. I am changing my major from broadcasting to English Lit. I have completed all of my broadcasting classes, but I have not completed all the classes that are required for me to get my degree. So why am I changing it? Short story is, I'm unhappy. And I have changed drastically from the person I was when I first declared this, my major. I was 17. And high school really puts the pressure on you to decide, hey, you go to college and you're going to decide what you're going to do for the rest of your life. You're going to get a degree. You have to get out in 4 years. No. I've been going to a 2-year college for 6 years. 6 years at a community college. And I know that seems like a lot to some of you. But for me, not really. I went slow because I couldn't handle the workload. And I take one class a semester. And another thing I changed, because this was the best choice for me, and it really makes my parents upset, but it doesn't matter. You have to do what's best for you. And college is the time where you stop relying on mom and dad so much. So what I did was, instead of going to my community college, I switched to online classes. And that was one of the best decisions I could have made for myself, because I was so anxious all the time, sitting in a classroom with a bunch of strangers that I didn't know. Because college, you don't really, there are exceptions to every single rule, but you really don't get to know your classmates like you did in high school. I know 2 examples. Okay, I've met some of my best friends in college. And I love them. And Adrian and Dalton at Stripped Cover Lit, I believe that they were classmates. And they're friends. And that's fine. You will make friends. I promise. But for me, hanging out at school for close to 12 hours a day, plus taking a bus ride that varied from 15 minutes to 2 hours, depending on the bus, was very hard for me. Not to mention food that I'd have to pay for because I was sitting in the cafeteria for the most of the time. 2, I am free. What online classes do for me is it makes me attend. When I was at school, I would cut class all the time because I figured I could go and I could smoke cigarettes with my friends instead of going to class. Or I could go to class. And guess what option my dumb butt chose? Yeah. So, to get myself away from that, what I did was I took myself out of that situation. Because at the time, my parents were paying for most of my classes, which is, makes me feel guilty. But now I pay for my classes by myself. From school to school, it's going to vary, I'm sure. But my school, I'm fortunate enough that they have a payment program. So instead of paying for my class entirely up front, I have an annual payment throughout the month. So it's paying for it gradually throughout the semester. And that works for me, and I hope that if you're struggling and money is an issue for you, that you have that option. And I know not everybody's going to have that option, and I'm really, really fortunate. But guys, don't stress yourself out. You don't have to make a decision. You can change it at any time. I know I feel like I've thrown away a lot of money. But don't make money a priority over your own happiness. So, I'm a broadcasting major, and broadcasting was not what I thought it was going to be, especially nowadays. Broadcasting journalism. It's how to play the game. It's kind of like playing the Game of Thrones. You win, or you metaphorically die. And it's very competitive, and it's very difficult to get into. And I didn't want to struggle the rest of my life knowing that I completed something just because I felt like I was throwing away money. You have to do what's best for you. That is the best advice I can give you. If you change it, it doesn't matter how close you are to finishing. Look how close I am. I completed all my broadcasting classes. And my professor, who you get, at least in my situation, I don't know how it is in other people's situations, but for me, my professor became like my best friend in the world. And a few semesters back when I was still going to my campus, my broadcasting professor pulled me aside one day and he said, "You know, Britt, you have the natural talent, you have the natural gift." And 4 years ago, I saw that this bright-eyed student ready to learn and to make something of herself. And you can still make something of yourself. But I don't see the passion like it was anymore. And I feel like your heart's not in it, and you don't want to do this. What you want to do is write, and I've seen your writing, and it's not to toot my own horn. This is his words, not mine. I've seen your writing. Do it. Do it because that is what you love. You can have this as a hobby. You have the knowledge. You can do it. You have YouTube. Make a YouTube channel. So thank you, Professor. He's part of the reason why I have a channel here today. But, so, I'm switching to English Lit. And I feel free. Because I don't feel stuck anymore. I don't feel stuck in something that I hate. Because reading and writing is something that I've always loved. And it's never too late to make a change. Don't let anybody tell you it's too late because, well, personal story. My dad never went to college up until I was born. And he got his teaching degree when I was 13 or 14. A man that hated high school, hated college, said he was never going to go to college. Went to college. And it was a struggle. It was a long struggle. But he got his teaching degree for special education. It took him a long time, but he did it. He knew that he couldn't continue to live the life he was living. So he made a change. And if you feel that that is the right thing to do, make the change. Because you can't depend on other people for happiness. And Philippe, I hope that helps you. And that's why I'm switching my major to English Lit. Because I love reading. I've always loved reading. I love literature. I love writing. And I love film too. But that's a hobby for me now. So, until next time, guys, I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.